Well, hello everyone. Okay, so we're all crypto natives here, and we know that we just can't help optimizing everything all the time. Time code capital, it's just in our nature. However, there is one thing that I think we don't optimize enough: our office setups. We're working 10 plus hours a day. We do high stress, screen intensive work, and it's taking a toll on us. I don't know if you guys know, but it is. I've seen professionals in their 20s with chronic injuries you'd expect in folks twice their age. One of my clients, a DeFi founder, couldn't sit for more than 30 minutes without pain. I myself started experiencing chronic pain a few years ago. It started with my lower back, and I was even sitting in a Herman Miller. And then it started to radiate through my upper back. My posture was terrible. It's a long story. And the truth is, we need something better than an Amazon chair and hope. And thankfully, I found it. Let me show it to you. Hold on one second. Okay. The ultimate workstation. So here's how it works. Right now, I am entering gravity mode. So you can see that the whole thing reclines and comes back. You can stretch your feet out. My cat is having stress. So this is recline mode, and then we're gonna go back to regular. So you can see the entire desk moves. I think it's super cool. And I'm really excited to introduce you to the brains behind this. Jeff Vanden Bosch, the founder of ErgoQuest. Let me bring him up. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Emily.
How are you today?
Excellent.
Good. I'm so glad. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us out of your busy workday. So thanks for sharing the alpha. Jeff, okay, I think our network is ready to see some other workstations. Would you like to show them off?
Sure thing.
So this is workstation number 1, but we've got way more. The workstation that I have is the ultimate workstation. But Jeff is going to show a few others. So something I think is really cool, it goes up, it goes down. I mean, it really is just, it's completely transformed my working style. Ooh, here's the workstation I have.
Right. Yeah. So I just wanted to give a little bit more clarity to what yours is capable of doing. So the whole idea, premise behind most of these workstations is getting you to move around, to change positions. So you can go from a sitting up position like this to a zero gravity position to a fully flat position. And the monitors and the keyboard tray all move along in sync to various memory positions at the push of a button. So you can move from fully upright, zero gravity, fully flat, back up, and then even swing the monitors around and work in a standing position, like this.
Yep, I love it.
So this is, that's Emily's station. Now, there are lots of different variations. This one takes up quite a bit of space, and not everybody has that much space. So we have other stations which do all of the same functions.
I do love the mix between standing and sitting and reclining. I think it's incredible. We've got some really good comments here, Jeff. Gurov is saying it's cool. Danielle loves it. Mabel thinks it's a sweet setup. And Batania also thinks it's a cool setup. Keep going. We're watching.
Yeah, sure. So this is a much smaller unit. This only takes up about like a 6 by 7 foot area. But it has a fully reclinable chair, as well as a motorized mast that lifts the keyboard tray and the monitors. So you can work standing like this, and then drop the monitors down, go into a zero gravity like this, and then even go fully flat like that. and then back up again. And you can see there's support for a laptop. And this one will hold dual monitor setup is too, up to 34-inch monitors. And then there are variations on this, which add various accessories like a footrest, an articulating footrest, and an articulating headrest. This one also has a book holder. Don't need to show how that works. Again,
Jeff, we've
standing.
got some other comments here.
Mm-hmm.
So Grayson, this is the littest workstation. I agree. Nicole, this is where I sleep when I stay at Emily's house. This is also where I sleep. Naps, incredible. Rebecca, this is incredible. Maybe employers will start buying these to get their employees to work longer. I definitely work longer. And there is a professional employee program. Grayson, wait, you can sleep on it? You can. The naps are quality. But Tanya, totally have to get on the ball here. Send info. In the background, we've got Lauren. Lauren is going to be sending you some info. Kelvin, this is the best one. It's like you've been living in my mind. Trisha, wow, totally flat. Seems like I'd be asleep pretty fast. I'll be honest. I've never fallen asleep in the workstation, but I have just achieved Zen. Just where I'm absolutely grinding. I keep going and there's just no pain. I've never experienced no pain while working. And crypto, we work 14 hours a day, right, guys? Jeff, let's see a couple others.
Sure. Yeah, this is a different one. It's our 7A workstation. This one is a little bit different in the fact that the monitor and the keyboard tray are basically set in position when you in an upright position. You can see the monitor swings around, but then they tilt with the chair, so you don't even have to change the position of the monitor or the tray as you recline. It's just all right in position all the way through. This is popular with people who have some difficulty reaching and pulling, and some of our heavier clients that have difficulty getting in and out. So it's just a very simple, easy workstation to use, but it still gets you to a full zero gravity with independent control of the leg rest, like you see there.
Incredible.
And then there are variations on this one as well that will allow for in-out movement of the monitor and the articulation of the back, so it will go completely flat as well.
Well, that's something you gave me as well, is the monitor going back and forth, front and back. It also tilts, which I think is really cool. The tilting has been really helpful for a variety of different, I mean, look at this tilt. I mean, it is like a significant tilt here, guys. But then what else I like is it goes back and forward, just like Jeff was describing. So I can come in very close. Hello there. And I can go back further away. So yeah, Jeff, keep going. Sorry to interrupt. I'm just so excited.
Yeah, no, that's okay. But there are other typologies too. What we were looking at was integrated stations, which combine the chair and the monitor and the keyboard tray support into one unit. But there are other options too, like this one, where if you have a favorite chair, you can build a desk around it and fit it out with as many monitors as you need. For instance, this one is showing 3 34-inch curved monitors with a laptop support, and then 2 additional 30-inch monitors on the side if you need a ton of screen real estate.
I only have 3 monitors, but I use all of them. Hey, Jeff,
Yeah.
we've got a question really quickly. And Rebecca, it's never a dumb question. This is a fair question. How does the mouse not fall off? Is it magnetic?
Sure. Yeah, that's a good question. No, we actually use a hook and loop system. So the entire tray is covered in a felt surface. Let me show you. Yeah, so this is our typical tray. You can see the top of the tray has a felt surface on it. If you put
Yep.
a hook
Velcro.
fastener like a Velcro on the back of whatever you want to stay in place, it just stays right in place at whatever angle you put the tray.
So
So it's
it's
actually
a little
simpler than
dirty,
magnetic. Yep.
but this is the mouse pad that I use. So it's got Velcro on the back. I Velcro it to the felt, and then the mouse doesn't go anywhere because there's this little bump. Just another add-on.
Well, there's a little gel shelf built right into the mouse pad. Keep of course, track pads and track balls are, work very well, of course, as well, because they can just simply be vouchsafed right to the felt surface.
Jeff, we're having a little bit of a hard time hearing you. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Yeah, so
That
this
was
is one of
backwards.
our latest stations. I just wanted to show the flexibility. This one
Yeah,
is shown with a 65-inch monitor, but we've had three 65s on this, as well as you have the ability, if you have smaller monitors, you can put six 34-inch monitors. You can stack three on top of three.
six 34-inch monitors, guys. That is what I would call productivity.
And this, again, it gives you the ability to change position. So I can go from sitting up like at a regular desk, or I can raise just the keyboard tray. And then if I'm using something like my favorite zero gravity recliner, which could be a lazy boy, or it could be, in this case, a human touch perfect chair, I can simply pull the tray back and then lower the back down. And then I also have the ability to tilt the monitor. And I can raise the monitors up and down independently of the tray.
It's an incredible piece of equipment. I agree with you, John. I think some of the benefits, again, is just the lack of pain. When you're not in pain, you can get more done. You can work longer. Not that we want to work longer. I mean, crypto is 24/7, but you could be at your desk for a very long time without any pain. And that's really the critical thing that I want to share with you guys. Jeff, are there any other workstations you want to demo?
Yeah, I think you saw most of the basic model.
Good.
I can show
Um,
you some other variations on yours. Um,
please.
this is your particular station shown with three 55-inch monitors. We have some radiologists and data scientists that use this setup, for particularly people who need a lot of screen real estate to see a lot of information at the same time. We'll use something like this. So not only do you have the laptop screen, but you have the real estate of three 55-inch screens. um, Here's another application recently that we did for one of our radiology clients.
While you're pulling that up, Jeff, our friend says, you make this setup with one of those zero gravity massage chairs, and we're in business. I
Oh,
love that.
absolutely. Yeah, they can easily be paired with a zero gravity massage chair. But basically, any chair will work with the setup that I just showed you, for instance.
Except for a Herman Miller. No more Herman Millers.
Now, if you don't have a lot of space, like something like this will take up, a good 8 feet, 8 square feet of space. There are smaller versions. For instance, if you just use a single 34-inch monitor and a laptop, you can use something like our Perfect Chair workstation, which takes up a very minimal amount of space, really not much more space than the chair itself. It fits right underneath the frame of the chair, and it just has a simple motorized mast and articulating arms, which allow you to go, again, from a standing position all the way to a recline, to a zero gravity position, or whatever the chair is capable of. You have a chair that will go for each lateral accommodate on its own. This will also work over a bed or a couch. So you can wheel it from room to room, and you can get, again, those vital position changes from standing to seating, sitting to reclining, pretty much anywhere in the house, in whatever your favorite chair or sofa is.
I think we've all worked from the sofa and we're like hunched over like shrimp, trying to type with the computer in our lap. I know at least that's me. Jasmine, why no Herman Millers? Girl, do you see what we're doing right now? Why would you even want a Herman Miller compared to this? What I was saying earlier in the live is that I've been working off a Herman Miller for about 7 years. Had incredible lower back pain, like just excruciating. It started to radiate up to the top of my back, through my leg. I mean, it was really painful to come to work every day. And like, when you come to work and you're in pain, you're not going to want to sit there for 12 hours, and it's crypto. Like, we're all working 10 plus hours a day. Torsten, not too bad. Come on, my friend. Come on. Jeff, these are also really cool options.
Yeah, this is, again, it's showing your station and all the movements that it's capable of.
Incredible. Had I known that we could have put 6 32-inch monitors, we would have done that.
We can still do that if you want.
I
I don't know
might
if you have room in your space for that thing.
Potentially. I don't know. We'll talk about that later. Let's see how things keep going. Oh, this is funny. Looks like a lot of chiropractors might lose some business without the hunch. I have actually, I used to go to a chiropractor all the time, like all the time. I haven't gone once. And Jeff was so kind. I have 8 inches of memory foam. Like, I'm just sitting on a cloud. It's incredible.
Yeah, that's a good point. You had specifically requested a type of cushion construction. You just kind of spec'd it out yourself, and that's something we can do if you have something in mind that works for you. In your case, you like memory foam. We also do latex and polyurethane and several other types of foam, different thicknesses and densities, and we can mix and match. So we built you a custom 8-inch thick memory foam cushion, which you're sitting on right now. And
Super comfy.
yep,
Always comfy. One of the things that I love about ErgoQuest, Jeff, is you add such a personal touch to it. So all these chairs, all these desks are custom dimensions. So Jeff and I had a really long phone conversation. There was a website form we filled out, and I put in all my dimensions. And then he built this chair for me. It fits me perfectly. Now, I'm a little bit on the heavier side. I like to cross my legs when I sit at work. And so he was able to expand the chair a little bit for me. I just think it's, like I said, guys, there's no pain. So Jasmine, how breathable is the chair? Great question. I got a fabric chair. I find it to be incredibly breathable. They also come in leather, right, Jeff? It comes in leather too.
correct. Yeah, we have micro suede, microfiber, leather, cotton. Generally, like you say, is the one that's most comfortable over the broadest range of temperature conditions. People in hotter environments will usually go with the cotton, just because it does breathe better. Um, but yeah, again, lots of different color options, different fabric options. And like you say, everything is custom sized to the body dimensions of the user. If it doesn't fit, it's not going to be comfortable.
Right?
So we do have some people that come to us who are, for as much as 400 or 500 pounds even, and just cannot find anything built for them structurally or in terms of dimensions. And that's not a problem for us. We can accommodate that. Same way with height. We have people, our customers, some up to 7 feet and some under 5 feet. It doesn't matter because we start from scratch on each workstation, and we can spec it out and fab it out to the custom body dimensions of the user. And that extends not only just to basic dimensions, but there are sometimes different. Of course, you're probably aware that people who may be the same height have different torso dimensions and different leg dimensions, and that's
Yep.
also important to keep in mind. And we, our pre-production process and interview accommodates and makes adjustments for those unique differences in body types.
Beautiful. Jeff, any other workstations you want to highlight and show our community?
Yeah, this is a bigger version of that earlier chair. It's called the Zero BXL. This is one of our most popular stations. Again, because it takes up relatively small amount of space, about a 7 foot by 7 foot area, and it can handle a lot of weight. This is going kind of a popular monitor setup now, where people are using either the larger 57-inch, or in this case, the 49-inch wraparound gaming monitor. And if they stack them, you've got a lot of screen real estate with very high resolution and great color rendition. And that's what we've been doing with some of these setups on the Zero DXL. We've been stacking the wraparound 49-inch monitor.
Well, and with the recline, I mean, you're not, I used to have monitors stacked and I just found myself constantly looking up. And with this solution, it's all right there. I love it.
Yeah,
I love
you
it.
have full control. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
actually a good point. There's a certain visual field that you can't take advantage of a setup like this if you don't have the ability to move the monitors up and down to accommodate your face and head position. So you can with this, so you can actually take advantage of that extra screen and still keep it within the visual, a comfortable visual range.
Beautiful. Jeff, we've got a question from John. Great and all, but where does my puppy sit? Well, John, ask. So, Jeff, other workstations you want to highlight?
Yeah, there's one I'm trying to find here on
Take your time.
YouTube channel that I wanted to show.
While you're doing that, guys, I have big news for you. Jeff is offering a free trip to Grand Rapids, Michigan to test out these workstations. He's got a whole display that you can come test them out, test the different fabrics, test the different sizes. So this is an investment. You want to make sure you're choosing the right one. I personally didn't have to go to the showroom. I worked with Jeff on the phone on Zoom, and we were able to do this together. But everyone in this event is going to be entered into the raffle. So stay for the end for the winner to be announced. And we will see you in Grand Rapids. So now's the time to drop a comment or the question in the chat. We're going to let Jeff pull up this final workstation. And then, Jeff, I've got some, holy gosh.
Yeah, we do a lot of work with the radiology industry. And these are gentlemen and women who are professionals similar to the crypto group, who work very intensively with a lot of information uh, for sometimes 10, 12 hour shifts at a time. So this is one station that we're developing for creative radiology in Chicago. And this uses six 55-inch screens. So they're 3 over 3 stacked. And
Incredible.
again, he has the ability to go from a standing position to a full recline. In this case, we've actually motorized the chair so they can drive the chair in and out relative to the screens. And there's a separate motorized height and tilt tray. And I wish I could show you the actual video of the radiologist using this, but because of HIPAA reasons, I can't show anything that's on the screen. But they have full radiology scans on all of these screens, and he's got about 6 keyboard trays and trackballs on the tray, so you can control all of the monitors, and then you can port those out to a whole room of assistants who are working alongside him. So it just goes to show that the capability we can accommodate if you have the room and you have the real estate. We can have incredible productivity gains and still have an ergonomic setup, even with this, some tech like this.
I love it. Can you guys hear me? I got some comments that no one could hear me. Jeff, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
You kind of disappeared for about 30 seconds when you were talking about the cat position.
Oh my God, my internet, man. It's like not where it needs to be. Okay, so Anita couldn't hear anything. I apologize. Adriana, wow, this looks absolutely life-changing. Girl, you are telling me. Sorry if I missed this earlier in the live, but how does the fitting process work to design my space? Does someone from the company come out to measure? Jeff, do you want to just talk a second about that one more time, about the fitting process and how this all works?
Yeah, it's not difficult. On our website, we have a list of dimensions that we're looking for with diagrams, and you can take your own measurements, or if you have a spouse or a friend, sometimes it's easier to do it that way. But the basic dimensions are the ones that we really would prefer to have is your height, your weight, and then the measurement from the top of your head to your butt, on the back of your butt, to the inside of your knee, from the inside of your knee to your heel. And if we have those 3 dimensions plus the height and weight, because then we can match it to standard anthropomorphic data, then we can design an optimal chair. We've got about 20 years of experience, so we know what to do with those dimensions and how to make the cushion and the chair structure fit those dimensions. And some of that will vary depending on the thickness of the foam and the type of the foam and everything. But we know from experience how that works best. So it's pretty simple, and dimensions are pretty simple, and we know what to do with them once we get them. So.
I love the orange on this. Jeff, you'll have to let me know when you get a yellow, like a lemon yellow, because always be branding. Always be branding. All right. So, Jeff, I've got some really interesting questions for you. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. What are some ways you think zero gravity workstations can help crypto professionals that are busy all day trading, raising, in my case, recruiting 24/7?
Well, again, it comes down to the key of not sitting statically in one position for the entire period of time. The key to comfort is changing position. So if you can switch, from standing to sitting to reclining, and you can do it fluidly and maintain productivity through the entire process, you can still stay refreshed through the entire work session. That's it's not just crypto, it's all the professional industries that work with, from programmers to radiologists to video editors to stock traders. We work with all these groups, and it's the same. It's the same scenario, pretty much in any case. People working long hours, staring at computer screens, and not moving, and developing repetitive stress injuries. and chronic back, neck, cervical, and circulation problems. So you can go a long way to mitigate a lot of those things preemptively. You know, if you're younger, maybe you don't even have some of these issues yet, but by taking active action now, you can avoid it in the future. Or unfortunately, or fortunately, you look at a lot of our clients come to us um, be, because they've already blown out their back and their neck,
Right.
and they've got no other options. So it's either this, or they go on, you know, they have to quit in their careers, or they have to go on disability, or something that, you know, giving up a career that they don't want to give up. So this, we've heard from a number of clients that has extended their career by 5 or 10 years. Yeah,
Wow.
and you can think about, you know, extending a career for that period of time, what kind of value that is to someone in terms of both their income and their lifestyle and just their general mental health. Um, so that's where the real rewards come in for
Amazing.
both the clients and for us. And helping people
And
do
Jeff,
what they love, you know, in comfort.
if Emily finds me a good physician, I'll buy one. Well, you've got a discount code through me. So if anybody is interested, just let Jeff know that Emily sent you. Again, it's a really incredible process. I mean, it's personalized. It's Jeff, I found what I really enjoyed was the lack of judgment throughout this process, right? You're genuinely here to help. You're genuinely here to like encourage comfort and no pain and extending your ability to work, right? But also, if you're a gamer, so it's funny. My fiance is a huge gamer. He's into like Apex Legends right now, which I think is hilarious. So he will actually come to my desk, sit here, and raise the screens and just game. It's incredible, and he loves it. So he spends about maybe a few too many hours gaming. We'll just leave that here. But he does it without pain, which I think is incredible. Other questions for you, Jeff. You like answered four of them in one, which is amazing. Thank you for doing so. A couple others that we have is, some of us are in small apartments in cities and they're concerned that, would this fit into their space? So you had showed a couple different work options. Which one would you say is best for small spaces?
Yeah, I would say this one I have on screen right here. It's absolutely minimalistic. Uh, we were approached actually by Human Touch to help them design a workstation. And they had a lot that, you know, the same concern. A lot of these clients, they want to use it in their living room and they don't want a big obtrusive piece of equipment taking up space. So the idea was to create something that would not take up pretty much any more of the footprint than the chair itself, and give support, a fully functioning workstation support uh, to the chair. So you're taking pretty, you know, a nice, elegant piece of furniture. It's typically just used for relaxation in a living room environment, and you're making it a productivity powerhouse. Um, I mean, why not be comfortable while you're working? You know?
Why not be comfy? I'm big on comf, really big on comf. So
Yeah,
it's
and this easily wheels out of the way too. So if you want to park it in a closet when you're not using it, you want to look at it when you're not working, you can do that too. So there are options for very small spaces.
I didn't even know that. That's awesome. It's funny, Jeff, when I first reached out to you about my pain, you know what my mom said to me? She was like, "Isn't reclining all day bad for you? Isn't a standing or a walking treadmill a healthier option?" So how would you respond to that?
I would agree with that entirely. Lying down all day is not good, but that's not what this is about. This is about changing. You know, you may lie down for 15 minutes to relieve some lower back pain. And then when you feel good again, you go back up to a sitting up position. And you work there for an hour, and then you know you change position. You stand for a little while. So yeah, again, I agree. Any one of those positions for an extended period of time is not a good situation.
Yeah. But that's the key to success, guys. It's frequent movement, right? Constant adjustments, relief. It's just something that you really have to experience. And again, speaking of experience, Jeff is giving away a free trip to Grand Rapids, Michigan. So if you're interested, leave another comment. We're going to select someone from the comments. Okay, so this is interesting. I want to talk a little bit about price, but before we get into that, you've got funding options, right?
Yeah, there are different options that we can explore on an individual basis, depending on your situation. We have clients, who are just looking for different, like a payment plan. They don't want to pay for everything up front. So we use an industry standard like Affirm and several others that will allow you to take up to 3 years uh, to pay for a station, so you can get busy, right away, even if you don't have the cash. In certain circumstances, um, the state that you're in, if this is a vocational issue, you can begin a process of working with the state vocational rehab department, and they will fund it. The only downside of that is that that does take time. That's a process, and some people get frustrated, by waiting. But that is also an option. In very limited situations, health insurance will pay for a portion of the workstation. Again, that there is quite a bit of paperwork, and there's a process, and it's depending on your health provider. An exciting option that is becoming potentially more of a reality is using a health savings account. So if you've been saving and you have unused money in a health savings account, you may be able to apply some of that. Even though this isn't considered durable medical equipment yet, if we're hopefully that it's trending in that direction, and maybe within a few years, it'll have a status where we have additional funding options. But we have a whole document on that too that we'd be happy to send out that Lauren prepared that walks through all the different funding options.
Making it easy and accessible. I really appreciate that, Jeff. There's other companies that don't make this accessible. So I think that's really incredible. We've got some comments. Adriana, thanks for answering. Sounds like an easy process to get set up. Yes, it is. Jasmine, this is pretty neat. I think so too. Kevin, I'm so glad you're here. Gosh, this would be so great for someone working in the market. Heck, I'd like someone myself. Super cool. Well, let's get you one. Jasmine, thank you so much for your comment. And then Lauren is dropping different guides here: body dimension, funding guide. So just list of workstations. So take a peek. So Jeff, should
Yeah.
we talk about the raffle, or is there something else you wanted to show?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Proceed. Yes.
All right. So, everybody, we are going to pick a raffle winner right now out of the comments. Drum roll. Lauren, let us know who won. We will wait for your comment. You guys can't see her, but she's smiling in the background. I've had a lot of fun with this event, Jeff. Thank you so much, and for the opportunity to experience this and be pain free. I mean, I can't tell you how grateful I am to you, how grateful my clients are, how grateful my candidates are. Tara, saying hi from one dark corner where I get reception at work. Oh, well, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. The winner is Aviva Fort. Hey, lady, congratulations. I will DM you later today and we can get this process started. Okay, beautiful. So, big, here's the thing, guys. We know your desk isn't just where you work. It's where you build, raise rounds, ship code, and grind through the bear markets, right? We've all been there. So if your setup is slowing you down, costing you energy, or killing your flow, maybe it's time to consider upgrading. So Jeff, a big thank you to you and the team at ErgoQuest for sharing the alpha with me today. Thanks for coming, everyone. If you have a moment, there's a post-event survey. Until next time, build smarter, sit better. I'll see you guys soon.
Thanks, Emily.